They literally told us, you have to get it through your heads, there's not going to be a baby to take home from the hospital. You have to get
You're
that.
never going to get to take her home. She can't survive. Even if she does, it's only going to be for a little bit.
And it will ruin your life.
And she turns 14 next week.
Yeah, she didn't get the memo.
My wife, Katie, and I, we lost our first daughter. She had trisomy 18 back in 2002. Shortly thereafter, we met Krissy's mom, Terry, and her dad, Randy, and Krissy. They were living up in Washington. We were in Oregon at the time. We kind of met them online, chatting back and forth with them on some of the web forums back then. And we actually got together with them and met in 2007 for the first time. We kind of got this idea last year that we were going to do this running together to get the awareness out about trisomy children. A lot of families that have children that are diagnosed with trisomy, even in utero, are told, you know, child can't survive. They're incompatible with life with this diagnosis. They can't, you know, you're never going to get to take your baby home. You might as well terminate your pregnancy, that kind of thing. So we wanted to do this to kind of get this out there to other people that, you know, that's not necessarily the case. They can survive this. They can do okay. And Krissy is one of the happiest little girls I know. So the Alamo 13.1 is actually put on by a couple, Michael and Janelle Hennessy. Purely by chance, they met somebody who their child had passed from trisomy disorder as a teenager and didn't know anything about what trisomy was, went home and looked it up on the internet, kind of read about it, and to them they said, well, okay, this is the group of children. We've been trying to figure out what we want to do these races for. This is what we're doing. March is Trisomy Awareness Month. They're putting this on in March, and the group that's putting this on, they're actually doing these runs to raise funds to provide adaptive bicycles for other families with children with trisomy, so that mom or dad can get the child with trisomy out on the road, out cycling, out getting some air, enjoying nature, doing all the things that the rest of us want to be able to do, just like Krissy and I out running today. Over the last couple of months, we've been online kind of promoting this, trying to get the word out about what we were doing. And we were able to get a lot of feedback from other parents who either had children with trisomies that are living, children who had passed early, or children who had passed from trisomies. And every one of the ribbons on here is a child's name, somebody else's child that's running with Krissy as well. So as far as why I started running, I've been in the military for almost 20 years. The vast majority of my running in the Army, though, was twice a year when they told me I had to. If I were running today, I would not run 13.1 miles. I do this purely because of Krissy, because of our daughter Abigail, to get that word out there. We were told the same thing that a lot of parents are told, that these children can't survive and you need to terminate your pregnancy. We've met parents who have followed that advice, terminated pregnancies, and spent a long time regretting those decisions because they just didn't know any better. So our goal today, I figure Krissy and I running in a stroller decorated with a bunch of bright color ribbons, everybody's gonna see us. Every person that asks questions about what we're doing gives us one more person we can talk to, maybe somebody they can talk to, and hopefully help some other parent get a little more information and save them maybe from a decision that they didn't want to make just because they didn't know. We had several families that, you know, their children had made big old markered signs, "Go Krissy, go Larry, great job." Our children's track coach's son, he decided to do a fundraiser. So he and some of his buddies in the neighborhood decided to start making these like potpourri car air freshener type things to sell to give the proceeds. So I think we got a $25 donation from them the other day from an 11-year-old boy and his friends. If you can impact a bunch of 11-year-old boys in that way, think about what else you can do. This is amazing. They just on their own decided to do this.
Obviously, she has totally impacted their lives and their points of view on life, and all for the positive.
She's a joy. I mean, we get done and she's giggling and smiling, and you can't help but laugh and enjoy it and just be joyful. Kind of carry on the memory of our daughter that we started this. It's a way to kind of get that message out there with Krissy, and it's a way to help other people, you know, carry on memories of their children in a good, impactful way.